No, kung sa man kakurting panahon. Until I receive my appointment papers mga kaigsunan, I receive another call from Yusuf Andilo, now Congressman Andilo mga kaigsunan, informing me nga judge, kung kira ba si Muha, nga kinikimong kurte ni Nastago, family court lang. Maina kay bago nga court, you can have your own staff, okay ra sa imo. Lain po mga kaigsunan, ulingon ko, ayaw na, kinigyon nga kurte ang akong gusto. So I told Yusuf Andilo, okay, I said I will be happy to receive such support. When I received the appointment paper, appointing me to a family court, I asked God, I said, Lord, among all courts, atong court di mga kaigsunan are specialized courts. We have what we call as drugs court. Muna ang court di mga kaigsunan, wiring na ng kasus druga. We have commercial courts, away sa mga corporations, mga kaigsunan, cyber libel dito lang ang courting. So, agrarian court, environmental court, election court, expropriation court, and we have a family court. I then told Jesus, Ginoo, kabalo ka sa akong kahimtang. Why did you put me in a court growing with no family, no mother and father? Until now, mga kaigsunan, wak ko kabalo ko sa itubag sa Ginoo. Pasadaan ang kanina sa family court, you have to hear family cases, kana nag-away nga magkayon, sulparas mo na. Kana mga kilikanan, kana nag-away, 15 kustudiya sila mga anak, you solve it. And all other problems of the husband and the wife. Until a point came to me, mga kaigsunan, that I realized that it has been my mantra and so on in the book of Psalms chapter 27 verse 10. Ingon din na si Salmista David, o sa diha nga mibiya akong amahan o ang akong inahan, apan ang Diyos nagapaytaas kaya. My motto in life growing mga kaigsunan is that no father, no mother, no problem, because I have my God. Until and unless I feel the presence of the Lord, wag ito'y problema mga kaigsunan, kung ibiyaan ko kinikanan. Of all the gifts that God has given us, two of the most precious come from the Garden of Eden. That was the Sabbath and the family. These special gifts center on relationships with God and with the people closest to us. There are two institutions founded by God right in the Garden of Eden. First was the institution of marriage, and second was the institution of Sabbath. And I want to give more emphasis on the importance of marriage. Note that it was on the sixth day that God decided to create man and create another human, a woman, and there was marriage. It was on the sixth day. Sabbath succeeded a day thereafter. This emphasizes that marriage is an institution which took precedence as important as Sabbath. In the New Testament, the first miracle performed by Jesus, you can read it in the book of John chapter 2 verse 10 and 11, took place when Jesus witnessed a wedding in Cana. Now you will see that there are several instances that happen for the first time that God emphasizes the importance of marriage as well as in founding the family. So when I was presiding and I'm presiding my court, I realized that 9 out of 10 husbands agreed that their wives are always right. And the 10th husband has not been seen since the study was conducted. I don't know if Dr. Cesar Yunadira will agree with this. Kung kanino, siyang kuno sa napulong kasawa, siyang mga bana nagtuo ng ilang asawa sa to. O kamusta nga ito, sukat niya ito ni, wa na hikap lagi hangtod ikaw. I want to tell you that among all marriage laws in the world, we have the most beautiful laws in marriage. Ang Oswald, sa tanang balawag sa kalibutan sa kaminyon, laws of marriage, kita sa nasod, mo'y nakangkon o pinagkanindot kabalang. Why? Because we have the laws of marriage that conform exactly to to the laws of them. Why? Look around the world right now. Divorce. What else? Same-sex marriage. What else? Incestuous marriage. Have you heard of these things? Pupo na kayo ng divorsyo. Same-sex marriage, medyo bago-bago na. What about incestuous marriage? Kami niyon taliwala sa amahan ni laki o anak ng babae. Have you heard of that? It happens somewhere else in the world. Marriage between a mother and a son. Nadungog na ninyo na mga kaigsunan. Marriage between a grandfather and a granddaughter. A grandmother and a grandson. Siblings, a man and woman. In Iran, that is happening because the law allows it. Purpose, simply to preserve their property. Their families do not want that their properties would be owned by outsiders. That's why they allowed marriages between and among members of the same family. These are the laws of the world right now. I want to tell you that as far as we're concerned, we do not have such laws, not even the law on divorce. And we are alarmed that the bill on divorce is now in the Senate of the Philippines. Bumana sa House of Representatives, na nakaroon sa Senado, and if it will be passed for the third and final reading, that will be subject to signature of the President. Somebody asked me, maabot ba ang malawak na diborsyo sa itong nasod? I will tell you with confidence, it will come. Not probably in our lifetime, but it will surely come. And if it does, mga kaigsunan, I am prepared na daghan sa magkayon magpanon matos kung kurte kay magdiborsyo. I hate to say I'm in this couple queuing, going to my court because you want your marriage divorce. Mga kaigsunan. Okay na lang maglinya na sila. Di lang ito mabili ito mga kaigsunan. Ano naman? Sakto tas tambang mga kaigsunan. Unsay tambang? Unsay balaod is ino. Gitugutan ba ang panagulang sa magkayon? That has been asked long time ago during the time of Jesus. Some of the Pharisees in the book of Matthew 19 verse asking, is it lawful for a man to divorce with his wife for any and every reason? Sakto ba sa kabana na mubiya sa kasawa sa visa kung sa ilungdan? You know, the Pharisees premised on this question of what had happened during the time of Moses. Moses was a man of God, and it was he who allowed divorce. Tao ba ito sa ginawa si Moses? But why was during his time divorce was allowed?